So I want to talk about Offset first week sales, right? So he sold uh 28,000 for his new album Kiari, right? I hope I'm saying the album's name is right. And the reason why I want to talk about is because so Offset basically was in a group, right? So he was in a group called Migos. And sometimes fans come with the debate saying that who is the best in the group. And I hate that debate, right? Because like I feel like there is nobody better. Like there is no such a thing as he is the best in the group or he is the best in the group. You know what I'm saying? Because the reason why we like the Migos music is because of the three guys, right? So we like we like the three guys, Offset, Quavo, and Takeoff, right? And once you take somebody off the picture, you don't have the same feeling. At least the fans don't have the same feeling, right? But that's just my opinion, right? So I really hate the fact that fans will get in the artist's head and make them believe that you are the best of the group. And the reason why I want to have this conversation is because I feel like when we have a group, like for instance, Deep Set or um, the Migos, the Lax. I mean, some of these groups, they got stars. Like the Lax, they got Jada Keys. Is definitely the biggest artist of the group, and I don't even like Deep Set. Like even Deep Set, I feel like it was pretty balanced, right? Because Joel was pretty big, Joel Santana was pretty big, and Cameron, maybe Cameron was the biggest star, right? In a group. But if you listen to Diplomat album, like I don't think as like if you just take like Cameron and tell him to make that album, I don't think he can make. Joel Santana, I don't think he can make the album by himself. The Jim Jones, I don't think he can make that album by himself. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand when you in a studio with the like if you in a group, right, and y'all that means when y'all record music, y'all gonna be in the studio together and y'all gonna feed off each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna inspire each other. You probably your verse probably you probably gonna have your biggest verse because you probably got inspired on the your your peer verse. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got a really good verse, and you like, damn, like I gotta kill this. You know what I'm saying? But and that's my point. I don't think just like in like when you get a album group, if a group of artists make an album and that's like a classic album or like a really good album, none of those artists by themselves they cannot make that album because they're not gonna find that feeling that they had to make that album by themselves. You know what I'm saying? The only reason that that music was possible is because they was together. They probably, they had conversations. They was vibing together. All that make is part of the process of creating art. Now, the reason why I want to talk about Takeoff, no, not Takeoff. The reason why I want to talk about Offset is because I feel like Offset, right? I feel like he's starting to believe that he actually was bigger than he was. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I feel like he was starting to, believe that he was bigger than he was is because, I mean, he had single albums and, they did pretty good. You know what I'm saying? They did pretty good. I did a little research of his album sales. You know what I'm saying? So, let me see right quick. So basically, uh, his first single album, right, was Father of Four, and he sold 89. That's pretty good, 89,000. Now is then he dropped Set It Off, and he sold 70 70,000. That's pretty good too. And now his last album is just dropped a few weeks ago, and he sold 28,000 Ks. 28,000. And that's like a big drop. Now, people is not even questioning. And I feel like people actually shouldn't be asking questions, because the reason why I believe he's selling, he dropped that much, is because when he became a solo artist, he really was not a solo artist, right? Because he was with Cardi B. So all he said, when he was selling all the like 90,000 and 70,000, is basically Cardi B fans was buying his album too. So at that point, he's not really a solo artist. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of a solo artist, but it's like his wife is helping his sales, right? And Cardi B, of course, is bigger than Offset. She's a bigger star. And that's the other thing too. I feel like he even believed that he would do he I think he believed that he was, I'm not gonna say believe that he was bigger than Cardi B, but I don't think he realized the his numbers was so high because of he was together with Cardi B. That's why he was selling that much. But I don't even think he realized that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he like, I don't know, like if this gonna mess up with this ego. Of course the music's still good, but and even if you go back to his albums, he always got Cardi B feature on the albums. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even think that's the music not good anymore. It's just the, if you think about him, all his solo albums, he was with Cardi B, and she even on the album. You know, his first album, actually, his solo album is the bigger single, one of the bigger single. I don't know if he had more than one single, but I know one of the bigger single on the album is with Cardi B, and it's called Cloud. That was a big song. You know what I'm saying? So he always Cardi B always gave him a feature on the album, and I feel like Cardi B always help his sales. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm saying Cardi B because of the fans she got. Because you gotta understand, like artists like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and Drake, Kendrick and J Cole, these people got like an army of fans. It's different. You know what I'm saying? If you really like even think about, I don't even believe that his fans, his people that used to be Migos fans, they probably don't even like, they probably not Offset fans. That's my point. You know what I'm saying? They used to be Migos fans, but they probably not Offset fans. That means that uh, when Offset is not in the Migos group no more, I mean, some of the fans, of course, Migos fans are his fans now, but I'm telling you, some of the fans that used to be Migos fans are probably not Offset fans. And I'm not saying that they are not Offset fans because they hating on Offset or some weird stuff. I'm just saying that they probably not even know who's Quavo, who's Offset, who's Takeoff. They just know Migos. You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna be like, well, now we trying to find out what is Offset is doing. They don't care about that. They were just Migos fans. You know what I'm saying? So that's my point. So and I just hope that these sales the be like a lesson, not only for Offset but for other artists. When they get in a group, they always fans always get in their head and they starting to believe that they actually are the best in the group, and sometimes they are. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, for instance, like the Destiny Child. I mean, of course, some people believe that Kelly Rowland is better than Beyonce, but I mean, Beyonce is just a bigger star. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's not even just about the talent. It's about like who can sell the most, like who got better charisma. Like artists are like artistic expression is not just your talent, but it's everything around. You know what I'm saying? How people see you. You know what I'm saying? So definitely is people that are big, like they are like bigger stars in a group, but I believe that the music they make as a group, they cannot make themselves, you know what I'm saying, alone. That's my point. So, and my biggest point is really the Deep Set album, the Diplomats, you know what I'm saying. Not like not Cameron can make that album by himself. Jim Jones cannot make that album by himself, and Joel Santana cannot make that album by himself. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. Of course, if they, I mean, Cameron got solo albums, classic solo albums, so he can make a solo album, of course. But can he make the can he make the diplomats? No, he cannot make that. You know what I'm saying? So but I really blame these on fans. You know what I'm saying? Fans gotta relax. You know what I'm saying? Fans gotta stop this like trying to. Fans always break up groups. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you should just embrace the art, appreciate the art. You know what I'm saying? Like why always who's the best? Who's like who killed the other guy? Who got the best verse? Who like who cares? I really don't. Like I just want the artist to give me good music, good art, great art. That's what I'm for. I don't care who got the best verse. Like no, because and that's the other thing too that fans don't understand. It's easier to make one good verse, and because make like to make a complete song. So let's say you gotta make two verses and you gotta make a hook, right? You know how it is. That's super hard. So with the group, it's easier because somebody gonna come with a hook, somebody just and everybody else just gotta come with a single verse. And sometimes, if let's say it's three, so one person came with the hook, two come with the each one with the verse, and that's the song. You know what I'm saying? And that's much easier even creating process than if you gotta make the whole song. So that's what I'm saying. As a group, it's easier for you to make a legendary verse than if you doing it by yourself, because you gotta think about a hook and two verses. So that's my whole point. But I really like thought it was like really. I was not even surprised when I seen that Offset had sold 28K, because I mean, listen, he's not with the Cardi B no more, so the Cardi B fans are not gonna support him, and that's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was a solo artist, but he really was not a solo artist. Like he literally was a group. Him and Cardi B was like a group. I mean, of course, when Cardi B puts out an album, you know, Offset fans is not gonna affect that much um our album sales, because she got a way bigger fan base than him. But when he put an album and he's with her, trust the her fan bases are definitely boosting his sales. That's a fact, because she just got a bigger fan base. Yeah, but that's my whole spiel about the offset sales.